So, Smash JT has said that he failed Rockstar's GTA 6 DEI indoctrination course. So, course. Introduction, the basics of unconscious bias. What is unconscious bias? The impact of 1% bias. The basis of unconscious bias. Unconscious bias at work. But this stuff isn't happening, right? Because that's what everyone on the other side says. Oh no, we're just making things up. It's happening in these places, and no one wants to just, okay, oh, maybe it is. Well, it is, but here's why it's good. Okay, maybe we're not, no one is killing babies. Okay, maybe people are killing babies, but here's why it's a good thing. You know, kind of like that. Um, so during a recent live stream, I took some of you through an incredibly painful DEI indoctrination course that Rockstar Games has been reportedly subjecting their employees to, specifically a module called Unconscious Bias, designed by Stacey A. Gordon. The fact that it was the very same course that friend of the channel, Dimian, mentioned in his video, and how white male employees of Rockstar were being forced to take on LinkedIn to retain their jobs. That's kind of stupid. This wasn't just a surface level overview, though. I spent over, oh my God, 30 minutes grappling with the bias loaded questions that made it abundantly clear how very pervasive the woke mind virus has really become, specifically now attacking our beloved game industry. What I discovered during this course was nothing short of ridiculous. That's clear agenda at play here, much bigger than Stacy. But she is happy to cash in on the real corporate agenda along the way. A deep dive into DEI indoctrination. The course is run by what I could only ultimately conclude as an extremely race-baiting grifter named Stacey A. Gordon, and she's of course certified on LinkedIn. The course purportedly aims to help participants recognize and acknowledge your own biases while outlining the supposed organizational benefits of uncovering biases in decision making. But that is sus AF. People like Stacy create their own companies often and even invent titles that aren't even real to sound important and authoritative. Yeah. Stacy claims she's a diversity expert, self-proclaimed. That supposedly she has experience in the game industry. She was at one point even boasting about having shipped a game in the video game. I even shipped a game in the video game industry. Okay, good for you. Good for you, buddy. Ah, good for you, buddy. But gave no actual details as to what specifically she was referring to. And even wilder, doing some brief research on her background, there's no trace anywhere of her ever working for a video game industry in any capacity. Imagine that. I checked all encompassing industry database Moby Games, nor does her LinkedIn list any game company affiliates or affiliations rather. In the past 2 decades, the clear lack of transparency raises some serious questions about her supposed real-life experiences and stories qualifications, and whether her gaming credentials were even real in the first place. They weren't. Spoiler alert, they're not. She probably freaking played Pac-Man when she was a kid, and she thinks she's a glorified gaming expert now. As I worked through the course, it felt like the questions were designed to corner participants into one specific conclusion, that you are inherently biased, whether you realize it or not. Wow, okay. There's nothing you can do about being born a straight white male except just apologize. Oh, I'm tired. Except for apologize for having the audacity to be born the way you were. The entire experience reminded me of Matt Walsh's satirical "Am I Racist?" mockumentary. Great flick, by the way. Highly recommend checking it out. The fake industry that's created with all this DI grifting, where the absurdity of such training programs is exposed. Charges 10 to 20. God, my humble opinion, fits perfectly into mold of the corporate grifter, someone who profits off pushing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you can think of kind of like a Black Lives Matter kind of thing. They were grifters. You know, they made this organization, made what, $60 million, and then the very communities, these poor black communities that they say they're fighting for, they didn't see a dime of it. Instead, Black Lives Matter, the founders bought themselves nice fancy houses in nice gated communities, mostly white people as well. So it's a day and age where this race grifting is just really profitable. You know, it's like I said, Black Lives Matter went around saying, "Oh, evil white man," but then they get multi-million-dollar mansions in gated communities with the population of mostly white people. This woman looks like it's 20,000, 10 to 25,000, $20,000 to speak. Are you serious? It's like one thing, and she's set. Imagine what you could do with $20,000. Uh, Bias training for bias results. It's important to highlight this training wasn't just made available to Rockstar employees. It allegedly targeted at white employees. According to reports, 58 out of 60 employees forced to take this course were white, while the remaining two being of Asian descent. The exclusivity alone underscores a very glaring hypocrisy with a program that's claiming to combat bias, while it's self-operating with such obviously biased agenda in the workplace or in the first place. Only 6% of S&P 500 companies are run by women. Okay. What's worse, the course's content seemed less about fostering genuine inclusion and more about forcing participants to admit guilt, submit, and obtain a certificate proclaiming they'd addressed their own unconscious bias. The kind of forced compliance feels less like any kind of real education, and let's be honest here, more like ideological. Yeah, yeah. A string of grift-laden lies. Beyond the lack of evidence for Gordon's supposed gaming credentials, I played Pac-Man once when I was a kid. The course itself was riddled with questionable claims and cherry-picked statistics. For instance, a preview graph cited that the training claimed a 1% bias in favor of men applied over 20 years. There's my thumbnail right there, which you already know that because you clicked on the video. Stacey is far from the only DEI grifter. Uh, while I didn't try this one yet, another challenger enters the DI grifting ring. Enters, you mean? And yeah, come on, JT. Just another challenger enters a DEI grifting ring. Pat Waters. Rockstar only mandated another training module called Diversity, Inclusion, and Belonging, created by Pat Waters. She's a crazed-looking white woman, and similar to Stacey Gordon's grift, pushed equally biased perspectives on, of course she did, at her course goers as well. Witter's program was yet another program filled to the brim with overreaching themes of guilt, submission, and corporate signaling remain consistent. Yeah, this is pathetic. It's pathetic. Wait, what? Man, that reported $1 billion GTA 6 budget is looking mighty sketchy right about now. And after multiple failed attempts, I actually did end up passing the final exam by sheer dumb luck and brute force. Yeah, I just these are the people who say that they're into video games. They know what makes a good game. I'm sorry. Would you trust this woman to make a good game? Would you trust this woman to make a good game? No real credentials to her name, but she's oh, source, trust me, bro. It's exactly what it is. Oh yeah, I have gaming credentials and I've helped push out a game once and blah blah. Okay, where are your credentials? My credentials are trust me, bro. You don't need to look for my credentials. Why? Oh, you're just asking me because I'm black. No, it has nothing to do with the color of your skin. I guarantee you, once she hears that, she's gonna be like, "Well, you're just saying because I'm black." No, this dumb bitch is white. I'd still be asking for her credentials too. If it was a freaking white dude who's just trying to come in and force his crap into games, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm certified. I'm this. I've worked on." Okay, what game? What game? What year? You know. But this is what we're dealing with nowadays. This is gaming. This is the gaming world now, where this is more important than making a good damn game. No wonder why GTA 6 is taking so damn long. They're having to take stupid courses like this. I mean, isn't it supposed to come out this year at some point, or 2025? But if they keep having to do this crap, it's never gonna get done. It's never gonna get done. But what else can you expect from these people? They don't care about making the game. They just want to, oh hey, uh, I've got a really nice class, training you can do. It's only just $20,000, and I'll teach you how to not be so biased. It's like, really? And people are just like, oh, shut up and take my money. And they're like, yes, yes. But this is the state of gaming. And people wonder why games are failing because of people like this. Because of people like this who have nothing to do with games, that probably don't even like games. They're just using this place as an outlet to push their freaking ideological crap. Like, seriously, does this woman look like she knows how to design a game or write a story for a game? No. She looks like she's just there to, oh my god, we should make a character that's having an existential crisis about their gender identity. Because, that's what people want in modern gaming. We should name them Tosh. And like every bit of dialogue she has, it should be her whining about how she doesn't feel right in her own skin. Anyway, state of gaming. But that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later, guys.